Welcome to AI Bedtime Stories. Today I will be narrating a story called The Shadowed Silhouette. If you like these bedtime stories, please feel free to leave a comment. The story begins now on the edge of the town of Black Hollow. There was an old manor that had stood abandoned for decades. The expansive estate, surrounded by tall trees, was always cast in shadows, even on the brightest days. Locals whispered tales of the Silhouette Man, a ghostly figure that haunted the corridors and rooms of the forsaken manor. Journalist Rachel Marsden, always curious and often skeptical, heard these tales and decided to stay a night at the manor, aiming to debunk the myths surrounding the Silhouette Man. With her digital recorder, camera, and flashlight, she stepped into the dilapidated building as nightfall approached. The grand entrance of the manor, despite the layers of dust and cobwebs, was impressive. Rachel began to explore, her recorder capturing her initial impressions. Hours passed, but she saw no sign of the spectral silhouette. Around midnight, as Rachel sat in what was once the grand dining room, she noticed a sudden drop in temperature. The room's large fireplace roared to life, casting an eerie glow. On the wall opposite, a silhouette appeared, the unmistakable shadow of a tall man, holding something sharp. But when Rachel turned around, there was no one there. Her heartbeat quickened. The tales might be true after all. Eager to document this, Rachel continued exploring. In the library, she found old newspaper clippings detailing a series of gruesome murders that took place in the manor in the early 1900s. The suspect, Lord Harrison Blackwood, was never found. The victims, all guests of the house, were discovered in their beds, their throats slashed. But the most chilling detail was the way the murders were carried out. Each room had a different silhouette painted on its walls in the victim's blood. Growing uneasy, Rachel decided to retire to one of the upstairs bedrooms. As she lay in the old bed, she noticed a faint outline on the wall next to her. The silhouette of a woman holding a child. As she focused her torch on it, the silhouette began to drip, fresh crimson stains forming on the wallpaper. Suddenly, the door slammed shut. Panicking, Rachel tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. The room grew cold, and she felt a presence behind her. Turning, she faced the haunting silhouette of Lord Blackwood. As dawn approached, the police received a frantic call from a local resident who reported seeing lights and hearing terrifying screams from the manor. When they arrived, they found Rachel's equipment scattered everywhere. Playing back her recorder, they heard her describe the manor, her discovery in the library, her growing fear, and her final, blood-curdling scream. The room where Rachel had chosen to sleep was untouched, except for a fresh silhouette on the wall next to the bed. Rachel's silhouette. The legend of the Silhouette Man grew even more sinister after that night. The townsfolk sealed the manor, ensuring no one would ever enter again. But on moonlit nights, if one were to pass by the grounds, they might still see the silhouette of a woman, holding a recorder, forever trapped in her final, terrifying investigation.